Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Friday, August 2nd, 2019. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Culturama 45 continues this evening with the Culturama Wet Fete Epic Edition. Chairperson of Marketing, Huey Sargent, spoke to us about this evening's activities as well as the remaining activities for Culturama 45.
Today, Friday, we're actually going to have the Wet Fete this evening, which has been epic for the past 2 years, and this year I think we're going to surpass epic. Right after Wet Fete, we go straight into the Culturama Food Fair, which takes place at the Pinnis Park from about 7 a.m., where you can have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. After you've limed all day at the Culturama Food Fair in the Pinnis Park, we have the Senior Kaiso Monarch, and that takes place at 9 p.m. at the Cultural Complex. Following that, we go to the village. After you lime at the village on Saturday night, we go to the Culturama drag races over at the St. James Raceway. The Miss Culture Queen pageant takes place at 8 p.m. at the Cultural Complex on Sunday, August 4th. And this promises to be an exciting event. We have 5 beautiful young ladies who are taking part in this event, and the chairperson has already promised an epic show this year. After the Miss Culture Queen pageant and that wonderful young lady is crowned, we go to the village to celebrate. Following that, you know, it's Juve. I mean, we have approximately 5 bands on the road on Monday morning, and of course we have the core coming from Gingerland, and that's the famous Long Jam. And of course, we have the reunited, resurged Ultrasonics band that's be on the road as well. So there'll be no shortage of activities this weekend. And following the Juve, of course, we have the Herbert's Beach Affair over in St. James. And that too has been an exciting event over the last 15 or more years that it has been taking place. And wow, and the events continue because on Monday night, that's August 5th, we have the staging of the Miss Caribbean Culture Pageant, of course, hosted by Randy Jeffers and the proprietors there of Lime Beach Bar. And this show, I think, is in its 11th year, and it has gained some popularity throughout the region. And of course, we want to welcome all of you to that event. But I neglected to mention on Saturday, though, we have the Miss Caribbean Culture Queen pageant, which has the swimsuit component and the Mr. GQ component on Saturday afternoon, and that is the same time as the food fair, and that takes place at Lime Beach Bar. And let's go forward again, and we go to Tuesday. We have the culmination of Culturama, which the street parade. This year we'll be doing something different. We will not have an onstage display, so all of the costumes, everybody will be judged on the road. The parade route runs from the villa, come down through the streets of Charlestown. When we get to the Nevis Tourism Authority or the Arthur Evelyn building, we go straight against the natural flow of traffic, and then when we get to the Paramount Cinema, we come up Samuel Hunkins Drive, and it is the intention that by the time the first troop gets to the Iron Shed, the last troop would have already passed the Samuel, not the Samuel Hunkins, but the Arthur Evelyn building. And right after that, we go straight into Last Lap.
Meantime, the finalists who will be competing at the TDC-sponsored Senior Kaiso contest have chosen their order of appearance for the competition slated for Saturday, August 3rd. The draw for the order of appearance was part of the TDC Senior Kaiso Monarch Luncheon, which took place on Wednesday, July 31st at Old House Cafe. The order of appearance are number 1, Astro, number 2, Erwin, number 3, King This and That, number 4, Murray, number 5, Hollywood, number 6, Mighty Suki, number 7, Black Hat, and number 8, Natsi. The Culturama Secretariat also presented preparation stipends to the 8 Calypsonians at Tuesday's luncheon. Ernie France, General Manager of TDC, presented a sponsorship check in the amount of $30,000 to Minister of Culture, the Honorable Eric Evelyn.
We continue to be associated with the events for Culturama, and as I said, now the Calypso showing in particular. I say congratulations to all the finalists who are here today. We have moved that number from 25 down to 8. And so we have had to eliminate some persons along the way. But I encourage those persons to continue to try hard every year. And I'm sure they will at some point get into the finals as well.
And I want to say kudos to TDC. I want to say a very hearty thank you to Mr. France. And I want you to take our gratitude back to all of your directors at TDC and just let them know how grateful we are at the Nevis Island administration and of course from Culturama in particular for this very generous donation. Now you as the Calypsonians, you have to fall in line and you have to ensure that you give the public that will be coming out to support you on the final night the best ever and the most keenly competed Calypso competition in the 45-year history of the festival.
The TDC Senior Kaiso Contest will take place at the Nevis Cultural Complex beginning at 9 p.m. Tickets for the event can be purchased at City Drugstore and Hosford's Value Mart in Nevis and Dem Times Bar in St. Kitts and via the Carib Tickets app. Still to come.
Tourism is going places. We may not be making a lot of noise, but we're doing it quietly.
The details after this break.
Jump up, free up, bet up, no standing up. Love, passion, pride, culture, I'm a 45, yeah. Music, folklore, pageants, and so much more. Love, passion, pride, culture, I'm a 45.
Join us from July 25th to August 6th for the Caribbean's greatest summer line. It's Culturama 45.
Love, passion, pride, culture, I'm a 45. Love, passion, pride, culture, I'm a 45. Love, passion, pride, culture, I'm a 45. Yeah. Love, passion, pride, culture, I'm a 45.
Welcome back. The reigning Miss Caribbean Culture Queen, Shalissa Nanton of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, today, Friday, August 2nd, presented a token of appreciation to the Nevis Island administration. The presentation took place at the office of the Premier.
And on behalf of the Miss Caribbean Culture Pageant Committee, I am here to present to you, the Honorable Mr. Grantley, a certificate or plaque to show a token of our appreciation for all the years you have contributed to the committee, and we do hope that you may continue to do so for many more years to come.
This morning's presentation came ahead of the staging of the Miss Caribbean Culture Swimsuit and Mr. GQ competition at 5 p.m. on Saturday, August 3rd at Lime Beach Bar, and the Miss Caribbean Culture Queen pageant at 8 p.m. on Monday, August 5th at Nevis Cultural Complex.
It's not often that I get queens coming to see me, so thank you very much. Thank you for the plaque. I'm very grateful. Certainly the government has been a major supporter of this show. We think that it's one of the premier shows in the region, and I want to congratulate you on winning last year and on a successful reign, and hope that the show goes well this year as well. I certainly know that people are going to come out in their numbers because of the standard that this show has set over the years. So thank you very much for this plaque, and please give my regards to Randy Jeffers and his entire team, and we certainly look forward to a wonderful show again. On Monday night, I think it's happening, so we look forward to a wonderful show then. Thank you.
Mr. Jonah Valerie will represent St. Kitts and Nevis in the Mr. Caribbean GQ competition, while Miss Neela Jones will represent Nevis in the Miss Caribbean Culture Queen pageant. And finally,
So we're very happy to be here and to be a part of this and to celebrate with them.
Premier and Minister of Tourism, the Honourable Mark Brantley, was among those who recently celebrated with the owners, management and staff of Paradise Beach Nevis, which is now a member of Virtuoso, the leading travel network.
Tonight is just a little celebration to say thank you, actually, to most of you who are here. We've actually finally managed to get ourselves onto Virtuoso travel scheme. It's the largest luxury high-end travel scheme in the world. We are the only small property to do it within St. Kitts and Nevis. We know these kind of things are difficult. The tourism industry is vital to the country, and I'm grateful for everyone's help. So thank you very much. I couldn't have got us to this point without you guys. Thank you.
Premier Brantley wished the resort continued success.
Of course, the Nevis Island administration has been very supportive over the years. When we got into government in 2013, this property was shuttered, it was mothballed, it was closed. Today we're here at a vibrant, beautiful property which has been considerably expanded and now, of course, is really vying for the top luxurious property in the region. Tourism is going places. We may not be making a lot of noise, but we're doing it quietly. And I think the 60-odd people who earn a living here will be grateful for the opportunity to contribute to this very important industry right here at Paradise Beach.
That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing.